Hello, you guys. Cheers to you. This is Kelly Hoover and Blair Critch. We are so excited to say hello and to hop on and just share with you a little bit about this incredible idea that we had, an ability with everything going on right now. Lives, everyone is really truly being impacted, not only from a personal standpoint, but also from a business standpoint and community and social standpoint. And let's be real, we both know we're very social people. Our business is social, our families are social. And so we thought, what better way than to create a virtual book club? And so we're inviting you, yes, you, and anyone else who wants.
You're like,
Oh, yes, we need that. I mean, where is our music? We're usually like shock and awe with good music. But tonight we are so excited just to be able to share with you guys and a little bit about us. We are extremely passionate about learning and about growing and about showing up better than we were yesterday through our own personal journeys. And part of that is reading. Part of that is books, right? Blair has actually coached me a ton and just helped me and challenged me to get out and read books. And one of our goals, one of my personal goals this year was to read a new book every single month. So we thought, why not create a virtual book club? So that is what we are doing. The first book that we are introducing is one that just hit the shelves actually 8 days ago. So you can jump on Amazon, you can get it on Audible. It is Dave Hollis. Yes, he is the husband of the famous Rachel Hollis. Get Out of Your Own Way is the book title. You guys, you can get it on Amazon on hardback, and we will definitely hook up the link here if you guys need a direct link to it. But that is the book that we are going to be starting. And so we are excited, and we're going to give you a few reasons why we think this is important. Number one is community. Really, truly keeping a community. When we are quarantined and we are only seeing a few people, most likely our families, we really, really, truly want to build community. And part of how we can do that is gathering together with something fun, like a book. So coronavirus may have us alone, but we can join online through a book club.
absolutely. So, when Kelly and I were talking about doing this, and shout out to Kelly, because really, I got to be honest, it was 100% her idea. And I was like, I want in on it. Like, I need some kind of way to get out. Like tonight, I'm literally like, will you drink a glass of champagne with me over, Zoom? Because, I haven't seen any adults except for my husband in like probably now 6 days. And I need some community. So I'm so excited to be part of this. Well, what you may not know about me is my background is a kindergarten teacher. I was a kindergarten teacher for years, then had my kids stayed home. And then I fell into network marketing, which is my true passion and heart. But I love one of the things that we started when I used to teach kindergarten, which was DEAR. If you know what DEAR is, drop it below, DEAR. But DEAR stands for Drop Everything and Read. What a best thing we could ever show our kids. The best thing we could ever do is to lead by example, because they're always watching, right? Okay, I'm going to show my age, but how many of you remember that commercial where they literally cracked an egg on a frying pan, right? It was one of those like drug commercials, like to be drug free. And it was like, it wasn't that one, but it was during that same era. And it was really a dad who was like, where'd you find this? Where'd you learn how to use this? And he was like, I learned it from you, Dad. I learned it from you. How many of you remember that commercial? That's what I think of every time I'm doing something and I'm talking about something in front of my kids. Why not be their example? If I go and grab a book and read for 15 minutes, that's going to allow them to see the example of reading's important. Did you know if you read 15 minutes a day, that equals 2 books a month? I actually wrote this down. I'm going to literally read it to you guys. This is so important, because if you teach your kids by example and you read just 15 minutes a day, that's half a book a week, 2 books a month, 24 books in a year, or approximately 1,000 books in the average person's lifetime. How amazing is that, right? We can completely transform our mind and where we go and what we see and what we hope in life just from a book. So we're going to challenge you to include your whole family in that DEAR time and find maybe 2 15-minute blocks a day where you guys are going to drop everything and read. Maybe you're going to go outside so you can have some fresh air and read. Maybe you're going to read on a raft in your pool if you live in Florida like me, or maybe you're going to just find a cozy corner right by a fire wherever you live. But DEAR is a great way to involve your whole family in this.
Yes, I love that. And speaking of involving your family, why not ask your spouse or your significant other to be a part of the book club with you. This is a book written by a man, right? And it's not driven specifically for women. So why not do this and include your spouse? Time together, you're doing something together. It's way more fun to read this, not only with all of us that are doing it, but it is so much more fun to do it with your spouse. So what about that? It opens up, it really allows when you're reading a book together, you're doing these things, allows open communication between, man and woman, right? So the other thing that I would challenge you to do is during this time that you're setting a time to read is include your children in that. If you have children at home who are doing school from home, have a set time, that you're going to say, okay, we're going to read and we're going to grab a spot on the couch or outside and just read for 30 minutes. I mean, what a great bonding experience where everybody is reading their own book, or maybe you and your spouse are reading the same book. So it's just a great way to build community within your home.
Yeah. I'll tell you guys this, when you grow together, or when you read together, you grow together. When you learn together, you grow together. It's one of the things my husband and I have always, not always, but we've really implemented over the last 10 years, and it's made our marriage way better, is making sure that we're growing together. It gives you something else to talk about besides just the kids, or besides just quarantine and coronavirus, right? It'll give you something else to talk about, to discuss. So next reason we know that this book club is going to be so important for people is because if you're growing, you want your team to grow. So if you are a leader and you have one person or more on your team, we're going to encourage you to invite them to this book club. Maybe you even run an incentive to purchase the book for them. Or maybe you're going to gift it to somebody on your team just because you want to. Or you're encouraging them to go purchase it themselves. But let's get your team involved. You guys, this is an open book club for anybody. We are really all about growth here. And I can tell you this, there is nothing better than being able to have discussions with your team by utilizing something like this. Like, well, remember in chapter so-and-so where Dave talked about this, how are you applying that to your business? It's a great way for you to grow as a leader and for your team to grow with you.
Yes, absolutely. And here's the thing, you guys, if you don't know what this book is all about, it's all about lies. It's all about the lies that you may be telling yourself. Okay. And if you guys have read Rachel Hollis's book, Girl, Wash Your Face, it's similar, but very, very different. So think about, the lies that you're telling yourself. You may not even be aware. You may not even be self-aware of some of the lies that you're telling yourself that are holding you back from your goals. Okay. And this, I'll tell you, you're going to be able to recognize and identify with some of them because we all have them, and they're false beliefs. There's false beliefs that are really holding us back from our reality of our success, personally and professionally. And Mark Twain says, I've got a quote from Mark Twain because we love quotes around here. I spent my whole life fearing something that never happened. Think about that. Fearing something that never happened in your life. Why waste time on it, right? It's just a lie. So that's part of what this book is all about.
Love that. So speaking of quarantine, I literally have a child right now trying to call me because he's like running through the neighborhood because he's like, I needed a break. He's taking a skateboard ride. All right. So the last thing that when Kelly and I were literally coming up with like, what's our goal? What's our mission? What's our purpose of doing this book club besides just having fun? Because, it is important to have some fun, especially right now while we're all stuck at home, right? Like cheers to that. Fun. There's nothing wrong with fun. But let's also be real and say that we all want to grow and learn, right? So we are going to say, if you're going to commit to this, commit. Join us weekly. Be there. Those that grow, show up. So show up. If you're committing to this, show up every Wednesday night. This is going to be every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. If you want to be part of the group atmosphere and be able to chat and talk with each other, then join us on the Zoom. It's bmbzoom.com. It's open to anybody. Feel free to share it with anybody. Like literally, you guys, we're making this open to everybody. And the reason we decided to do this, and not just for our team or not just for one particular group, is because we want to share this community. We want to share this time to grow and learn, but you've got to show up to go up. So here's the thing that I'm going to say. It's kind of like those of you that maybe are in Bible studies, you can understand this, but if you ever not done your homework for the week and you didn't want to show up because you were embarrassed, you didn't do your homework, you were like, what if they call me for number 12 and I didn't do number 12? It's not like that, okay? We just want you to show up every week. So if you didn't get your reading done, you can catch up later. We just want you there. We want to see your face. Believe me, no matter whether you read the chapter or not, which I hope you do because it's only going to help you, but no matter whether you read the chapter or not, you're going to get something from showing up. You're going to hear what other people are saying about the chapter, things they agree with, things they disagree with. It's an open forum. We're going to have questions. We're going to be talking. We're not going to all agree. And doesn't that feel good to know ahead of time that it's a safe place that you can come? You can share your opinion on something. You can ask questions like, what do you think he meant when he said this? Or how does that relate to this? That's what this is for. So I hope that you show up every single week. Put it on your calendar now. 9 p.m. every Wednesday night is for you. Grab your PJs, grab your glass of wine or hot tea, whatever you want, whatever floats your boat, and join us, because this is going to be your girls' night out or guys' night out, or maybe as a couple you guys are going to join us and it's going to be your like little date night, because things aren't normal right now and we want to help make a fun night for you where you can grow, learn, have fun, and enjoy other people that maybe you would have never met before.
Yes. And one last thing I want to share to you guys is that I love that Blair said that, like, commit. But I also want you to know the way that we have laid it out, it's a pretty short book, but the way that we have laid it out is you really are probably going to be able to sit down in 30 minutes an entire week and get it all done. So it's not a lot. It's not a huge commitment. I am like the slowest reader ever. Blair could probably read, 6 chapters to my 1. I still am like, oh, this is easy. This will be a super easy commitment. And you can be as involved as far as the talking and engaging, or you can just sit back and take it in and learn. So it's your journey. We just really wanted to create a space where we could have community and we could do something together on a virtual space. So we look forward to seeing you on March 25th at 9 p.m. on bmbzoom.com. And reach out to us if you have any questions. We're here to help.